Leaked behind-the-scenes photos of Song Hye-kyo spark global concern. What her agency said, and didn't say. In the digital age, where one leaked photo can ignite a wildfire of speculation, few things stir public emotion like images that suggest something is deeply wrong with a beloved star. This week, the Korean entertainment industry and fans around the world were shaken to their core when behind-the-scenes images of actress Song Hye-kyo, widely recognized by her stage name Song Hye-kyo, surfaced online without authorization. What should have been an exciting preview of her new Netflix drama with megastar Gong Yoo quickly descended into panic, concern, and a flood of unanswered questions. The photos came from the set of Slowly and Intensely, an upcoming historical romance set in South Korea's 1970s, 1980s music scene. In the drama, Ko plays Minja, a passionate music manager caught in a turbulent love affair. But what dominated attention wasn't the period clothing or the character's unique haircut, it was Ko's alarming physical transformation. Her face appeared gaunt, her body fragile, and her clothing hung loosely, emphasizing just how thin she had become. Fans who have followed her career for decades could hardly believe what they saw. Many began sharing side-by-side comparisons of Ko's appearance during recent promotions for The Glory, and the differences were staggering. Her previously healthy frame and radiant aura seemed replaced by a worryingly thin silhouette, prompting widespread speculation about her health, the pressures of her role, and the responsibilities of those managing her career. The internet reacts: panic, sympathy, and frustration. Social media platforms exploded within hours of the leak. Hashtags related to the photos began trending not only in South Korea but also across global fan communities. Twitter, now X, Instagram, and fan forums were flooded with comments like, "Is she okay?" and "This doesn't look like just weight loss for a role." Others expressed their heartbreak, wondering aloud whether they had unknowingly been watching a star suffer silently for years. More observant fans began connecting the dots. This wasn't the first time Ko had appeared drastically thinner while preparing for a major role. In fact, during promotions for The Glory, Ko openly discussed extreme dieting measures she undertook to embody the emotionally shattered character. In interviews, she confessed to surviving on just a few slices of bread per day, claiming that it helped her channel the pain and deprivation her character felt. While some praised her dedication to the craft, others had raised alarms even then, warning of the toll such methods could take on mental and physical health. Those same warnings are now echoing louder than ever. Industry expectations. When art demands the impossible. Within the Korean entertainment industry, the idea of sacrificing one's body for a role is hardly new. But Ko's transformation has reignited debates about whether these expectations have gone too far. For years, top actors, especially women, have spoken about the relentless pressure to meet impossible standards: ultra-thin bodies, flawless skin, and the ability to morph completely into each new character. While the public may admire the results, the behind-the-scenes process can be brutal, dehumanizing, and, in some cases, even life-threatening. What makes this instance even more troubling is the timing. Slowly and Intensely is poised to be one of the most anticipated K-dramas of the year. With Gong Yoo as her co-star and a massive international audience awaiting the Netflix premiere, the stakes have never been higher. Both leads are reportedly under enormous pressure to deliver career-defining performances. The industry insiders whisper of back-to-back 18-hour shoots, strict diet regimens, and limited personal freedoms. Against this backdrop, Ko's appearance in the leaked images feels less like a stylistic choice and more like a cry for help. The agency's response: deafening silence in carefully chosen words. When Ko's agency finally addressed the situation, fans had hoped for clarity, reassurance, or at the very least, some acknowledgement of the overwhelming concern for the actress's well-being. Instead, what they got was a cold, clinical response focused solely on legal issues surrounding the leaked photos. "We are currently investigating the unauthorized distribution of behind-the-scenes images from the set of Slowly and Intensely," the statement read. "These images were not approved for public release and misrepresent the context of filming. We will take appropriate legal measures to ensure the protection of our artists' rights." Notably absent any reference to Ko's appearance, her health, or the growing panic among fans. The silence was deafening and telling. What they didn't say speaks volumes. It's often said that what's left unsaid can speak louder than words. In this case, the agency's calculated decision to ignore the elephant in the room has only fueled the fire. Journalists and longtime industry watchers have noted a troubling pattern in how Korean entertainment agencies handle health-related controversies. Rather than confront concerns head-on, they often deflect, delay, or deny until the situation spirals beyond control. In recent years, similar situations have occurred with other top stars. Initial dismissals of rumors, followed by hospitalizations, hiatuses, or in worse cases, tragic outcomes. These precedents make the agency's silence even more concerning and fans less willing to accept vagueness as a valid answer. A systemic crisis, the Korean entertainment machine. What KO's case reveals goes beyond one actress's personal struggle. It tears open a wider conversation about the systemic problems plaguing the Korean entertainment industry. Numerous documentaries, insider reports, and former celebrities have spoken about the almost militaristic discipline enforced by management companies. Detailed contracts often include clauses about diet, appearance, and even romantic relationships. Surveillance of daily routines isn't uncommon. Personal freedom becomes a luxury that many stars can't afford. In KO's case, the situation appears to reflect a heartbreaking truth. She may not be acting under her own agency but responding to the crushing expectations of a system that equates appearance with profitability. The double-edged sword of global fame. Ironically, the same international recognition that has elevated KO's career also amplifies the pressures she faces. Korean dramas now command global audiences, and Netflix has poured substantial resources into making shows like Slowly and Intensely worldwide hits. But this global gaze also magnifies every detail, especially when it comes to how female stars look. A single red carpet photo can spark hundreds of headlines about weight gain or loss. A minor change in hairstyle or makeup can lead to speculation about plastic surgery, health, or mental state. For a veteran actress like Ko, who has endured scrutiny since her teenage years, the emotional and psychological toll must be immense. Celebrity advocacy and the need for change. In recent years, some celebrities have started speaking out against these industry norms. Actresses like Lee Sung-kyung, IU, and even international idols like Blackpink's Jennie have discussed body image pressure and the need for mental health support. However, change has been slow and inconsistent. KO's situation offers a powerful opportunity to reignite this conversation. If someone of her stature, experience, and influence can be pushed to such extremes, what does that say about the treatment of lesser-known or younger actors just entering the field? Fan reactions, demanding transparency and accountability. One of the most heartening aspects of this controversy is how passionately fans have rallied, not just to defend KO's dignity but to demand systemic change. Online petitions have already begun circulating, calling on her agency to provide updates on her health and to adopt wellness programs for their artists. Others are urging Netflix and production companies to take a more active role in ensuring safe working environments. It's a rare and powerful moment where fandom moves beyond passive consumption and steps into advocacy. Looking ahead, hope or more of the same. As filming for Slowly and Intensely continues under increased public scrutiny, all eyes will remain on Ko and her management. Will the agency eventually address the health concerns? Will Ko herself speak out, or will silence continue to be the default mode of damage control? Only time will tell. But what's clear is that this incident has exposed an ugly truth long known but rarely discussed in public, that the Korean entertainment industry often treats its brightest stars as expendable resources rather than human beings deserving of care, dignity, and respect. Conclusion: a mirror for the entertainment industry and its audience. The leaked images from Slowly and Intensely have done more than spoil plot surprises or generate buzz for a new show. They've acted as a mirror, reflecting back the disturbing reality of an industry that thrives on perfection at any cost, and a public that's complicit in demanding it. As fans, media consumers, and global citizens, we must ask ourselves hard questions. Are we okay with a system that sacrifices health for aesthetics? Do we value artistic performance more than human welfare? And perhaps most critically, when we see signs of suffering behind the screen, will we turn away or demand something better? For now, Song Hye-kyo's true condition remains unknown. But the concern it has stirred should not fade. Whether through direct statements or quiet reforms, this moment can become a turning point, not just for one actress, but for the entire Korean entertainment industry. And maybe, just maybe, it can also reshape the expectations we place on the people who dedicate their lives to entertaining us.